So here's the thing. For most of a decade, one show sat at the very top of MyAnimeList. Then it got dethroned twice. And the interesting part is why that says almost nothing about the show itself. First, a distinction that trips people up constantly. There are two anime adaptations of this manga. The 2003 series ran 51 episodes and invented its own second half, because the manga was still ongoing. Brotherhood, from 2009, ran 64 and followed the manga all the way to its actual ending. And that difference is the whole ballgame. A finished story can plant something in episode 3 and pay it off in episode 60. Look at the source. Hiromu Arakawa serialized it in Monthly Shonen Gongon from 2001 to 2010, 27 volumes, over 90 million copies in print, the best-selling title Square Enix has ever published. The adaptation is by Studio Bones, and they animated it as the manga was finishing, so the ending you get on screen is the ending the author actually wrote. Now, the rule the story runs on is equivalent exchange. To get something, you give up something of equal value. The younger brother loses his entire body at 11. His soul ends up bonded to a suit of armor. He cannot eat, cannot sleep, cannot feel anything he touches. And what is structurally rare is that the show charges this bill in episode 1, before you are attached to anyone. That armor isn't a cool design. It's the invoice, and you're looking at it in every single scene. And this is where it gets interesting. Because the cost is paid up front, the later emotional beats don't need speeches. The audience already knows the exchange rate. The supporting cast runs on the same logic. Every relationship in this show is a debt. The older brother mortgaged himself for the younger one. The colonel has a past to answer for. His lieutenant carries the weight he can't. And the vengeful priest is the man that same war created. Even the antagonists are built from the thesis. They're artificial humans, and each one is named after a human vice. That's not a bestiary, it's a taxonomy of flaws the protagonists also have. Which means every fight is doing double duty as an argument. Long-running shows almost never sustain that, because villains usually get invented to fill airtime. Here they were load-bearing from the start. The art direction backs it up too. Industrial-era Europe, brick and iron and steam, a palette that stays warm and dusty even in the worst scenes. So, about that ranking. Brotherhood sits at 9.09 and held first place for years. Frieren passed it at 9.33, and Bleach Thousand Year Blood War pushed it to third at 9.11. Its score didn't fall. The feel just got stronger. And that's the actual answer. It stayed at the top for a decade because it's the rare long adaptation that knew its own ending before episode 1. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe if you want more deep dives.